you're tuning in, it's the main event: Israel Adesanya versus Marvin Vettori. Bruce Buffer's doing his intros right now, actually. So I'll let you guys listen in, and then we'll get to the tail of the tape from my point of view.
UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, flying out of the blue corner, a big martial artist holding professional record, 17 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. He stands 60 tall, weighing in at 184 and 1/2 pounds. Flying out of Verona, Italy, presenting the number 3 ranked middleweight contender in the world, the challenger, Marvin, the Italian Dream Vettori. And now introducing his opponent, flying out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 20 wins, 1 loss. He stands 64 inches tall, weighing in at 183 and 1/2 pounds. Flying out of Auckland, New Zealand, from the Lagos, Nigeria, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Israel, the Red
You always got to let Bruce do his thing with the his introductions from the jump. So this is going to be a great fight. I think Vettori's going to do a lot better than he did in the first fight. He won. I think he lost the first fight. He thinks he won the first fight. It was obvious that Israel Adesanya won. Izzy striking obviously is what it is what everybody knows. It's what everybody's used to. You know, he's a fantastic striker. But Marvin Vettori is no slouch. He's willing to walk forward. He's willing to walk you down. I feel like this fight is going to go similar to how it went with Paulo Costa. So we'll see. And then things start to kick off. Izzy immediately takes the center of the ring. And, you know, Izzy's feints are very unique in the UFC. You don't see guys feint the way that he does because he's got such long limbs that he sells it to you. And he can actually, you know, his range is so long for his obviously 6'4". He's got an 80-inch reach, so he's in there and he can cover a lot of distance. Right now, Marvin's taking the center of the ring, and Izzy's trying to back him up with some push kicks and feints. And right now, Marvin is walking Izzy down, but Izzy, you know, does his usual movement. Izzy does a great job of using lateral movement to get out of the way and still be in position to get strikes. Right now, Vettori is, again, still walking him down, which is kind of the thing you have to do with him. But with Izzy, you have to get inside of, I would say, more boxing range, but most fighters stay in that kicking range when it comes to him. But he's so long that you're actually giving him the advantage. Marvin lands some nice leg kicks, and he's starting to walk Izzy down. Got Izzy against the cage, and Izzy backs him up with a body kick. Izzy drops a nice leg kick, and then Vettori lands a takedown. Does a great job of landing a takedown. He secured it, and he's doing some ground and pound right now. So he did exactly what he said he was going to do. Right, he's already got Izzy down on the ground, which is where Izzy is at a disadvantage, and Izzy's trying to work his way out of it. But he does a great job of landing that takedown. Right now, he's making sure he keeps Izzy down. He's got him against the cage. Izzy's trying to walk his leg across the cage so that he can stand up because he doesn't want to stay down there. But Vettori's doing a good job of keeping him down there. And he's got top position right now. He's trying to work some ground and pound. But Izzy's able to stand up and then turn his back to the cage. Marvin had his back for a second, but Izzy's doing a good job of making sure he's got his back to the cage. And right now, they're clinched against the cage, and you see the difference in size. You know, Izzy against the cage he's taller than the cage, And a lot of fighters may be at the height of the cage. So Marvin still got him pressed against the cage, and then Izzy's able to slip out. So Marvin lands a clean takedown that definitely puts him in good position. Um, I think with that takedown, he's winning the round right now. And Izzy, at this point, has to start to do a little bit more to make sure that secure the win for this round. Izzy tries to land a push kick that grazes him, and then a nice leg kick. But I think now he has to be more wary of that. And now that he knows that Marvin can obviously take him down, I think he'll be more wary to throw those kicks. So there's about 2 minutes left in the round as well. And Izzy's still kind of finding his range and landing some leg kicks. And he's trying to work that high kick that he usually likes to throw, that question mark style kick. But Marvin's doing a good job of just staying ready for it and staying in Izzy's face. And, Marvin's really working on walking Izzy down, which is super duper important. But Izzy does a good job, obviously, that movement. But Marvin's not afraid to stand in the pocket with Izzy. He's walking him down, and he's got to get in that boxing range. But Izzy's doing a great job of landing those leg kicks. And I think those will start to accumulate over time if he can keep landing them. But if Marvin can stay in that boxing range or keep landing takedowns, this is the way that he can win this fight. But Izzy's, again, even though Marvin took him down, he's not afraid to get in there and just still strike with him. And he's not afraid to be taken down. He's still going to work. Marvin does a good job of walking him down and staying in his face. But Izzy keeps landing those clean leg kicks. And you see the redness in Marvin's leg still there. And Izzy's trying to use his striking. He's trying to pour it on a little bit more, obviously. I feel like he knows he's behind in the round. Marvin lands a nice leg kick as well. Oh, Marvin gets a little overzealous. And Izzy does a great job again with his footwork, his movement. But again, if you can stay in his face like Marvin's doing right now, and get him in clinch situations, get him into where he has to scramble a lot more, this is the way that you beat Israel Adesanya. So that, to me, he's very beatable. He's a great striker. Don't get it twisted. He's a great striker. He's a great middleweight champion, but he's not unbeatable. I give Marvin that first round. Izzy started to come on a little bit with the strikes, but I give Marvin that first round. So Marvin won that first round, in my opinion, by securing the takedown, staying aggressive. Izzy's landing some good strikes. It's not a wide margin, but I think Izzy, if he keeps landing those leg kicks and he starts to pour it on a little bit more, maybe can take the momentum back. But right now, Marvin won that one. He did a great job of, as soon as Izzy threw that leg kick for the takedown, he grabbed the leg and he's able to land it. But Izzy, again, has been throwing those leg kicks, and I'm sure they're going to start to take their toll, which is why I say maybe he won the round. But Izzy had some clean strikes that he landed that definitely I feel like Marvin is starting to feel. So we'll see what happens. I want Israel to win, just because he's got to have a solid reign as a middleweight champion to really stake his claim, and I still want to fight him. But Marvin takes a second round. Marvin takes the center. Izzy again landing another kick from the jump, and I think Izzy's trying to finish him. And folks, it's interesting to see what folks see. Folks are scoring that round for Izzy. I disagree. I would give that round to Vettori, but the champion tends to get a bit of favor when it comes to subjectivity, because at the end of the day, the scoring of these rounds is subjective. But Vettori just lands a nice 1-2 on Izzy that lands clean, and Izzy realizes he's got to stay back. And Vettori is not afraid to stand in there with Izzy, which is important. A lot of guys, I feel like they're afraid of Izzy striking, the sharpness. And Izzy, Martin, again, he's walking him down. He's right there. Izzy's, try to stay right there and just have movement and try to strike back. But Marvin's doing a good job. He's just in Izzy's face, but Izzy keeps working that leg kick. He's still working his footwork as well, but he keeps kicking that front leg of Vettori, which over time is going to definitely take his. I think Vettori should work exactly. Should work for enough. She does right there. So he gets in there. But the thing is, right now, what he's got to do is he's got to get his knee on the inside and then use that as an opportunity to get leverage to lift. A lot of fighters, they'll try to clench their hands together, and then they don't get their hips into it, and so they're not able to lift the other fighter. So he's got him off the cage right now, and he's got their clinch, but Izzy does a good job of defending there. A lot of fighters, they need to chain wrestle, and that they what they do is they'll shoot a double and then they don't ever finish it, right? You got to shoot your legs in, you got to lift use your leverage to lift the fighter up, and then or pull them off the cage, and then drive through to get that finish, that takedown. A lot of fighters don't do that. That's the issue a lot of the time. Yeah, right now, I give Izzy the first half of that round, but Marvin again, he's staying in there. He's standing in the pocket. He's staying aggressive. He's not letting Izzy off the hook, which is a lot of fighters do a lot of the time. They respect his striking a little too much, and then he starts to pick them apart. But Marvin's standing there, he's staying competitive. Izzy lands a nice right hand right there, and Izzy keeps working that leg kick. He lands a nice right on Marvin right there. Then he shoots a kick that kind of grazes Marvin. And Martin, he's got a big head, so I'm sure he's got the chin for taking those strikes. So he's not afraid to just walk in there and try to walk through all of Izzy's shots. But this, I believe, is a much closer fight than the first one. The other fight, the last fight, was fairly clearly in Izzy's favor, 2-1. But I feel like Marvin realized what he was doing a little late. So if he had done what he had done in the third round, in the second, he could have won the fight. Right now, he's staying aggressive. He's staying in Izzy's face. He's not afraid to walk him down, and he's got he's taking shots, but he's got good movement as well. He's right there. Again, now if he can just finish this takedown, he shoots in on a double again. But again, he's not using his legs, and Izzy's doing a good job of elbowing him right on the head as he shoots that takedown. So it gives him punishment for trying to shoot that takedown. But what he's got to do, he's got to use his legs to finish the takedown, because he's shooting in with his upper body and he's not finishing. And if you're gonna beat Israel Adesanya, you got to get his back on the ground, and you got to keep him there, and you got to ground and pound and work on passing. But he's so long that it's difficult for a lot of guys. But I believe it's doable, and obviously, Jan Blachowicz showed us that it's possible, right? So that's the situation we're in right now. All right, so we got 2 rounds. Right now, I give that round to Izzy. Folks might have Izzy up 2-0, but still close rounds. Still close rounds. Actually, I've got to fix some stuff with the stream. Guys, I'll be right back.